Hey everybody, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a look at a Lego Technic set. This is the compact tracked loader. It comes with 252 pieces officially. As you can see, this is a skid steer loader. A lot of folks refer to these as Bobcats, but Bobcat is just one company that's particularly famous for making skid steer loaders. A small one here, tracked design, and first impression feels kind of unfinished to me compared to most of the Technic sets that we've seen in recent years. This is very open. It has a lot of exposed sides of lift arms on it and such. So that just kind of makes it feel a little bit old, a little bit outdated. Doesn't have all the nice fairing and cowling that a lot of them do nowadays. It doesn't have the stickers and everything to make it look more finished. However, once you start looking into this a little bit more closely, you see that it's jam-packed with functionality for such a small set with such a low parts count. So let's check out what this will actually do. First of all, the tracks are able to roll. They're hard plastic tracks, so it doesn't take much effort. You don't have to push down on it much to get them to move. Then you've got the main arm, which can be raised and lowered. I'll show you the mechanism for that up more closely, but this is a pretty direct drive. You don't have to turn this knob at the back very much to get that to go. Let's go ahead and take it all the way up, see how far it can lift its load. This is pretty far up and it's pretty realistic in the geometry of the thing. Of course, you don't want to ever lift up that high, but this one will go that far. There we go. That's the limit right there. That's as far up as it will go. And like I said, it didn't take that much time. It's not geared down too much like some of their sets tend to be, some of their larger sets especially. This is fairly lightweight. Now, of course, you can dump the bucket, but oh, what is that? That is a grapple. This is very interesting how this is working. You've got a lever over on this side, and two things are kind of connected there. So if I were to bring this down a little bit farther, you can see how the grapple action is able to, not that far, it's able to work a little bit more believably to pick up things directly in front of it. However, you can operate the grapple section of the bucket separately, just by itself, or with just a little bit of skill and combining things together, you can bring them together at the same time. So if you operate both of these levers the same, oh, this one needs to go down a little bit farther. It's not quite going all the way, but what I was trying to do is get this to stay closed. Keep the grapple closed as you bring the bucket up and down. There we go. So that pretty much shows you what's going on there. The mechanism for raising and lowering the arm involves just a worm gear going on to just a normal round gear. You can see the worm gear being turned right there. You can pretty much see the geometry of the whole thing. That's your input point right there. It's connected directly to the gear, and that's turning this arm, which is pretty much moving the whole thing. So not a whole lot of mechanical advantage there, which I appreciate because you don't have to turn this knob a million times just to get 1 degree of deflection. And then you have just very straightforward levers on the sides. You can see how one is connected at one point, the other one is connected up a little bit higher over there. And yeah, it just gives you control together or independently, or do a little bit of kind of opposite direction movement right there. With the arm out of the way, you can see the operator's seat also has the 2 levers on the sides, which is exactly how those things are actually arranged in real life. Nice little non-Technic pieces up here with the cheese slope pieces with stickers on them. Gives you some exclusive little patterns that's very useful for folks who build stuff that's brick-based also. Those are nice little console elements. The top of the cab has lights facing forward and also a warning light that would be blinking or rotating. And the back of the thing has rear-facing lights and also a couple stickers to give a little more warning and visibility. They also put a exhaust stack back here. Now this is a 2-in-1 set, and this shows you what the second build looks like. It's a snow groomer in an even smaller scale, a much smaller scale. I'm assuming that this boom is able to rotate around because that's supposed to be a winch boom, which would have line coming out the end of it. I'm also assuming that the main blade can be raised and lowered. I'm not going to do that for this video. For Technic stuff, I usually save that for a separate video if I have the time to do the second one later on. One thing is certain though, I'm not as impressed with this as I am with the main build. I can also see right off the bat that they're using the 1x2 cheese slope piece up here on the front, which right now already has a sticker on it. So if you want to convert to this, you want to take that sticker off, and that's just kind of a pain to have to go back and forth. I want to leave that sticker on there. With this main build though, my thoughts remain mixed. On the one hand, not a big fan of the looks of it, but I really do believe that's because I've gotten spoiled from looking at lots and lots of Technic sets that look more realistic, that look more finished, that have less holes visible on them. At the same time, I kind of like this whole focus on the functionality and not using a lot of parts, but allowing a lot of things to be done with this. It really lets you see how the Technic system is used. It's a great learning experience for folks who haven't done a lot of Technic building previously, and it has a lot of functionality for a small number of parts, and it has realistic functions too. So I feel like this is a good set. It's just probably not for everybody, or maybe it's just my eyes that are kind of messing with me. Let me know what your thoughts are about this, particularly what you think about how it looks versus how it functions. Share your thoughts with myself and viewers down in the comments section. I'll be looking forward to seeing what other folks think, and I'm gonna go build some more stuff so I can bring you some more videos, and I will be talking to you again very soon. Bye for now.